Today we are interviewing Ethan Schroeder, who played the character Lee on the movie Death Days. So, tell us a little bit about the movie.
Well, it has a lot of mystery and death, and I have to say that it was serious and comedy-ish at the same time. So, like, when Macy said, "Oh crap," that was probably one of the funny comedy parts.
Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so tell us behind the scenes. What did you guys do while you weren't filming?
We mainly joked around and we talked about like what we were gonna do. Like I was reasoning and Macy was reasoning and Owen was reasoning. They're all reasoning to like how the movie's gonna be. Yeah. So we were mostly just joking around and reasoning like how the movie's gonna turn out and stuff.
And tell us a little bit about each character. Let's start with Macy's character.
She has a really free spirit. It's a free spirit, and she has a great sense of humor. She likes to make the movie as good as it can get, and I'm not saying that as an insult. And I try to make the movie as good as it can get and as funny as it can get. But since this was a movie called Death Days, I had to be more serious. I'm usually a comedy type person.
All right. Please tell us what her character's name was.
Danielle.
All right. Let's move on to Owen Schroeder, who he played Joe.
He was, when we weren't filming, he was really funny and he had lots of high energy. So he was probably the person who had the most energy and was the most frantic and stuff.
Good use of words. Tell us a little about your Colleen Beckloff, who played your teacher. And what was the teacher's name, first of all?
I don't think she had a name in it. It was, I don't, Mrs. Cortez? Teacher lady. Yeah, well, she didn't really have a name. She, was the serious type teacher. But when we were filming, like, she has a great sense of humor. Yeah, and especially when we were like finding her dead on the ground, she would start laughing because my face would be over her face, and then we would have to cut and do the scene all over again. And it took us like 8 tries until we got it.
Very nice. Tell us a little bit about the cop, Madison Hansel, and director.
Yeah, she wasn't in the movie very much, but she was real comedic. I think that's the word. And she was really like funny type in that weird cowboy accent voice, and she really like said the facts. Like that, she didn't like reason that much. She just said, "This is what we're gonna do," and this lady's this, and in the movie, the cop looked at the teacher who was dead and said, "Yep, she's dead." So that's kind of like comedic and just said the facts at the same time.
And lastly, tell us about Hallie Schroeder, who played Susanna and is also the director.
Well, Susanna wasn't in the movie much, but she was really like, she wasn't like just like all mellow. She She had high energy. And I liked especially her only line when she was alive. Thank you, Mr. Stranger Guy. That was funny, and she was like while she played Susanna, it was like kind of like she wasn't very smart. She was like, thank you, not even trying to look in it and seeing that there's bubbles and she's just gonna drink it when it was like toxic waste.
That's great. Okay, I'd say we have about 2 more questions left. Is that all right with you?
Sure.
Tell us a little bit about your character, Lee.
Just like Macy, Danielle, really free spirit. You could like do anything. Like that's what we were doing in the movie. We reasoned and we said like this is what we're gonna do. But then like me and Macy, like we would like sometimes when they didn't like reason and like try to talk us into doing this, we would just do whatever we thought made the movie serious, funny, or sad.
All right. Last question. What's your favorite blooper in the movie?
It has to be when Hallie or Suzanne dropped her pen. she was holding it and she was like pressing it, and Joe was just looking around and she was like this, and then the pen falls down on the ground. Oh crap! And she goes and picks it up. That's funny.
All right. Well, we really enjoyed having you on this interview. Thank you. We'll be sure to have you again. And please, where can we find? This is the last question. Where can we find where we can watch all your interviews and everything and your bloopers?
Yeah, special features. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you, and we loved having you. We'll be sure to interview you again after the movie gets around.
Like sequel, if we're gonna make one.
All right. Well, thank you, Ethan. And
good night, Modesto.